Hey everybody, it's Bridget. So, as most of you guys know, over the weekend I went to a training in Houston called H-Town Showdown. It was a training put on by some of our superstar directors, and we had a guest speaker. The guest speaker was Beth Jones Shaw. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Um, and she had a really, really good topic that I wanted to share with you guys because I think that regardless if you've been in for a year or just a week, I think that everybody can benefit from it. Um, Her main topic was manage your time and multiply your business. So, I have my workbook that I took notes on that I want to go over a little bit, but I also want to go over the life lesson that she had read to us. It's a little bit lengthy. I try to ask for a shortened version, but this is what I got. But like I said, I think we can all kind of relate to it, and it'll benefit us all. So, here we go. A teacher's life lesson using a jar and some golf balls. This is a very important life lesson that a philosophy teacher taught his students. The teacher cleared off his desk and placed on top of it a few items. One of the items was an empty mason jar. Chasing fireflies jar, maybe? Just playing. He proceeded to fill up the jar with golf balls until he could fit no more. He looked at the classroom and asked every student if they agreed that the jar is full. Every student agreed that the jar was full indeed. The teacher then picked up a box of small pebbles and poured them into the jar with the golf balls. The pebbles filled all of the openings in between the golf balls. He asked the students if the jar was full. Once again, they agreed. Now the teacher picked up a bag of sand and poured it into the mason jar. The sand filled all of the empty spaces left between the golf balls and pebbles. He asked the class again if the jar was full. The students agreed it was technically full. Finally, the teacher pulled out 2 beers from under his desk and poured both of them into the jar, filling the empty spaces in between the sand. Now the students began to laugh, wondering how far this was going. The teacher waited until the laughter stopped. I want you to recognize that the jar represents your life, he stated. The golf balls represent the important things, your family, children, health, friends, and passion. If everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. The pebbles represent the other things in life that matter, such as your job, house, and car. The sand, that is everything else. There is small stuff. If you put sand in first, there is no room for the pebbles or golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all of your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are most important. Pay attention to the important things in your life. Enjoy time with family. Go to dinner with your spouse. Play games with your kids. There will always be time to clean the house or take yourself shopping. Take care of the golf balls first, the things that really matter. The rest is just sand. You are dismissed. Before the students left, one shouted, "You never mentioned what beer represents." The professor smiled and said, "Well, I'm glad you asked. The beer just shows that no matter how many or how full your life may seem, there's always room to have a beer with a friend." So, I really like that analogy, and I think that not only does it apply to myself, I think that it can apply to a lot of us in regards to using our time wisely. Like the story said, your family and your children, your spouse, that's what comes first. I know that there might be some days where it feels like you just have to get all of your Scentsy stuff done. There's catalogs to mail out. There's orders that need to be bagged and delivered to your customers. There's dirty dishes in the sink. But guess what? Those orders are not going anywhere, and neither are those dirty dishes. Spend the time with your family and love with your family. This business is not going to go anywhere. But trust me, it's going to make you miserable if you end up putting your family on the back burner. This is a personal lesson that I have to learn how to deal with and start putting my family first before my business, and I think that a lot of us as well can probably benefit from that. So, that was the story that I learned over the weekend. In my next video, I'm going to go over the workbook. I just didn't want this video to be too long. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the analogy, and I hope that you guys will take it to heart, because I promise it will make this business more enjoyable when you start enjoying the other things in life as well. Bye, guys.